All right now, my bold and the beautiful soapies, grab your wine, your snacks, and your side eye because this week is messy, messy. We're not just sipping tea, we're chugging it straight from the kettle, okay? Yeah, let's get into this week's juiciest speculations because soapies, alliances are shifting, beds are being shared in the worst possible places, secrets are stacking up, and somebody is about to get caught. The question is, by who? Yeah, let's jump into this situation because it's giving calculated chaos. So, welcome to T's Speculation T. I am Miss T, and we're going to break down the upcoming week speculations, and hopefully, we're right. Okay, so let's start with this speculation situation that's giving calculated chaos. First up, Ivy. This girl is working overtime like a full-time relationship manager that nobody hired. She's over here pushing RJ and Electra together like her life depends on it. And honestly, it's getting a little creepy. Not cute, not romantic, just creepy, girl. Now, she's over here playing puppet master, trying to put all these things together, manipulations and everything, talking about how RJ is amazing, Electra deserves better, and meanwhile, she's basically orchestrating this whole love triangle behind the scenes. And Dylan, oh yeah, she's not here for it. Or at least do we think she isn't? So we already saw on the Wednesday cliffhanger that Dylan already clocked Ivy's shady behavior and will confront her about it. But Ivy stood 10 toes down, which we'll see in the Monday episode. And knowing her, she'll do it again. Ma'am. So now we got Ivy doubling down instead of backing off, which means that she's about to push even harder. And the question is, and in my speculation, what is Dylan going to do? Well, I'll kind of touch on it a little bit later, but I honestly think she's not going to say anything about it. First of all, is anybody going to believe her? And second of all, does this actually work in her favor with Will? And also based on official spoilers, yeah, we got to talk about that upcoming Forrester mansion setup. Flowers, selfies, and swimsuits. Ivy actually gonna try to put this mess on social media. Yeah, Ivy really said, let me create a whole rom-com moment while she's lurking in the background, smiling like a villain in a Lifetime movie. I'm sorry, ma'am. That is not matchmaking. That is manipulation with a side of obsession. And here's the real tea. So Ivy knows her time is running out. Daphne knows too much. Dylan knows enough. So what does she do? She try to speed things up because nothing says this will end well like rushing a relationship built on secrets and sabotage, right? Now, let's slide into another situation that's about to have somebody losing their entire mind. Deacon and Taylor in bed in Steffi's house. Yeah, let that sink in. Because this is not just scandalous, this is downright disrespectful. Steffi had already laid down the law and gave Taylor that ultimatum, basically saying, if you cross that line, we're done. And what does Taylor do? She does just not cross the line. She sprints across it and jumps in the bed with Deacon. And the setup, oh, it's cinematic. Sheila's outside knocking with flowers in hand, probably thinking she's about to have a sweet moment with Taylor, of course, thanking her again for that hot night with her husband. Yeah, well, while upstairs, Deacon and Taylor are having a completely different kind of moment. Now, the promo wants us to believe that Sheila is the one that walks in, but let's be real. That's too easy, too predictable. My speculation, the real gag, it's probably going to be Steffi. And if Steffi walks in her mother and Deacon mid-cozy cuddle session, oh, it's over. Not just yelling, not just drama. We're talking full nuclear meltdown. Because this isn't just about Deacon. It's not only about betrayal, but it's also about boundaries being completely ignored. It's about Taylor choosing this man over her relationship with her daughter and them grandkids. And you already know Steffi is not the calmly talk about this type of person. She's the pack your bags and get out of my house type immediately. Let's move into the fashion world drama soapies. Yeah, let's talk about those speculations. Now, we got that whole Forrester versus Logan war heating up. Eric is out here being messy, realizing that he may have accidentally lit a match and burned down the whole family dynamic. Between who? Katie, Brooke, Ridge, and Bill. This is no longer a disagreement. This is a full-blown corporate and personal war. And Eric, yeah, he's in the middle, feeling responsible. But here's the problem. It's too late. Katie and Bill have already built their entire launch around Eric Designs. They announced it. They branded it. There is no undo button here, sir. So even if Eric goes to Katie like, please don't use them, Bill is going to be like, absolutely not, because Bill doesn't ever lose, ever. So Eric is out here stuck trying to clean up a mess that has already gone public. And honestly, his best move might just lean into it. Support Katie. You got paid, sir. And tell Ridge and Brooke to take several seats. But will they? Yeah, absolutely not. Because Brooke is ready for war, Ridge is ready to dominate, and Bill, he's ready to destroy anybody that gets in his way. This is not getting resolved peacefully. Not at all. Let's talk about this other speculation tea that I have about this little slow burn situation, Dylan and Will. Now, hold on, because this one is sneaky. Now, while all of that chaos is happening with Electra and RJ, Dylan and Will are over here catching feelings, it seems. Official spoilers have the both of them celebrating her first day over at Forrester. So catching feelings, yeah, maybe some real ones might just happen. We're talking close moments, lingering looks, hands where they probably shouldn't be, and that almost kiss energy that screams something's about to happen. And here's the twist. Dylan knows the truth about Ivy. She knows what went down, but instead of exposing it immediately, she's leaning into it and possibly going to be playing that long game. She's going to be waiting because right now she doesn't think anybody going to believe her anyway. So instead, she's getting closer to Will. Yeah, and let's be real. Will seems into it too. This ain't one-sided. It looked like he might be leaning in as well, emotionally and physically. But here's the ticking time bomb. When the truth about Electra and Ivy finally comes out, this entire situation could flip upside down. Because if Will finds out he was manipulated and Dylan knew the whole time, yeah, that fallout is going to be messy. And finally, let's talk about the storm that is brewing with Sheila, because you know she is not about to let this slide. The question is, when will she find out? I honestly don't think that she'll find out until May sweeps, and they're going to probably drag this thing out. Steffy will probably know, in my opinion and speculation, before Sheila will know. But with Sheila showing up at the house with flowers, that's already suspicious timing. When will she realize Deacon is missing? Because that man lied to her about where his whereabouts is, according to official spoilers. And she gonna start connecting them dots. And Sheila's not just any wife. That girl is a detective, stalker, forensic scientist, a nurse, and anybody that deal with needles and anything else. Don't forget about guns and knives, too. You mean to tell me she won't notice maybe that perfume is not hers? If Taylor leaves lipstick behind somewhere on him, the energy that is not hers, she already been having issues with these quote-unquote energy being missing until Taylor told him to go sleep with his wife. And now he's sleeping with her. Yeah, she was going to know something is off. Now, the question is, will she find out immediately? Again, probably not. My speculation is that this feels like a slow burn chaos building towards something bigger, maybe even something explosive, something sweeps worthy, talking about May sweeps, which starts the last week of April. So, yeah, I mean, when does Sheila find out about Deacon and Taylor? Oh, it's not just going to be a confrontation. When she does, it's going to be war, and not the cute kind. Okay, so overall, this week is setting the stage for multiple explosions. Ivy's manipulation is about to backfire. Steffy is on the verge of a full emotional breakdown when she finds out what's going on in her house. Eric is scrambling to fix a mess he created and he can't control. Dylan and Will are dangerously close to crossing the line, along with RJ and Electra. And Sheila, yeah, she's circling, waiting, and when she strikes, it's going to be devastating, even if she finds out in a month from now. Yeah, this is the kind of week where secrets don't stay buried, feelings don't stay hidden, and nobody is walking away clean. And you already know we're going to be right here sipping my tea, watching it all unfold. So tell me down in the comments, whose side are you on, and who do you think is going to catch Deacon and Taylor first? Are you thinking it's Steffi or Sheila?